I'm just gonna leave this in as meta anyways. And people
No!
fuck with
No! No! Don't! Now definitely don't. Huh, uh-oh. Oh, there was nothing.
Interesting in this locker.
Thanks, Rob. Yeah, so we're back
What are you doing now?
in, the radioactive area of, Lamb's factory here.
You're not wearing one.
Lamb told me I didn't
How-
qualify. As I'm a dealer
Oh, gee.
and a woman,
Oh! Zing, zing,
What's a
zing.
D-Link?
Oh, boy.
D-Link is the lowest social category. When your link status
That kind of
is
makes me
0,
think,
you forfeit all rights.
the whole D-Link
And you're
thing
free to
makes
move
me
back to city.
think of the,
How come you didn't know that?
D-class
I'm an outsider
subjects
from the
in, like,
Gap.
the SCP
So it's
project.
you
I was
taking
gonna
the
say.
You
Yeah.
won't get far without an ID card.
Like, I get the impression
managed
that
to
that's,
find
like,
one.
kind of where it came from,
I
but
bet it won't get you to ground level, though.
I don't know if
You'll
this
need a
is
link status of 8 or
too
more.
obscure for that.
Well, I don't think SCP. Like,
come
SCP
you
came
were
after
D-Link?
this, right?
Oh, yeah, way
Hacking
after.
into Link.
Why did
So-
you do that?
SCP wasn't started
An area
until,
in
like,
link space
you know,
used by
the
security.
internet.
I was trying to discover what they're
I was
up
just
to.
surprised, considering how cheesy SCP is, that it wasn't like
What do
F
you mean
rank.
by link space?
Well,
The word inside the computer's memory.
they gotta not, like, bring up bad memories of school.
What's so special about these pipes?
I'm not sure, but the dimension.
So right now we're just talking to Anita, and that guy in the rad suit is really annoyed
All that
because
effort for a bit of
even though
plumbing?
she doesn't understand a word he's saying, he really wants to talk
Perhaps
to
you're
her.
part of a giant weapon.
Oh,
And
come
Rob
on,
is
it's a bit
being
far-fetched.
just absolutely nutter butters right now with the
What do you know
conspiracy
about the
theories.
council?
It was one of the council.
But we're talking to her
the
to
plan.
try and get more
To
information,
bond his
basically,
mind with
because
Link.
Rob at this moment
And ever since then,
doesn't
things have
exactly
been
know
getting
what he's supposed to be doing.
Well, we
I
knew
have to
that
get
at
to ground
least.
level.
Yeah, he,
Look, I really
you know, he
sympathize
wants
with
to get to ground level, but
I
he
could give
has
you my
no
jammer.
idea. But Anita,
What's a
thankfully,
jammer?
gives us a
Our
jammer.
software, highly illegal.
That's
It
useful.
gets you past the reference
Yeah,
line for
yeah.
security files.
Yeah, she
That's
just
a start.
happens to be
Can you let me have the
a
jammer?
super hacker,
Give me your
and
ID
so she's
card.
gonna modify Reich's ID card with a
Here's my
jammer
card.
that lets us get past
This won't
the
take long.
security measures
What are you
on the
doing?
Link console.
Downloading the jammer to your card. There,
I still
done.
love how the capitalization works in this game.
Don't worry. I'll
Yeah,
fix
it's-
everything.
Oh, I'll fix everything. You're taking a huge
No
risk.
problem.
No problem.
Problem!
Back on Link's files.
Now he says, "I'll get us both back on Link's
Will
files,"
the jammer
which
get me into link space?
gave me the impression that I would have to do something with that, but you actually
It's
don't.
just one little problem.
It's just a complete
You'll
red
need to get
herring.
Schreiberman port.
Of course.
How do I get a Shreeb?
But then this
Oh, gosh.
Shreeberman port,
I need that like I need a
as
hole in
Rob
my
would
head.
say it.
The Schreiberman port is a
Oh.
hole in the head.
This is actually that's
Does Link have
integral
any
plot
internal
information,
security?
of course.
Well, before
We have to
Because
go
we
back to
have
the.
What are
We have to
they?
go back to the porn clinic now,
the
don't we?
intrusion full program.
Yes, we will
Are they
have to go
dangerous?
back to
Well, standard
Burke's
ISP is
biosurgery
simply deterrence. But
to
some
get a
highly
hole
foiled
in
can
Rob's head.
That's
doing
all we
that
really
But-
wanted.
But before that,
What do you have
Rob
in
is gonna
mind?
flirt with Anita.
Well, an evening at the theater, a walk by the lake in the moonlight, and to finish, a candlelit supper.
Very smooth,
Sounds
Rob.
great. But still,
Very
it's
smooth,
contaminated.
Anita.
Another time, perhaps.
Another time.
What's your
And then we
opinion
just
of Lamb?
ask for the opinion
I'm a
of
D-Link, I'm
Lamb.
not entitled to an opinion. But to be honest,
That capitalization.
I think he's a jerk.
And that Radsuit guy is so intent on talking to her that
Excuse
we're gonna
me?
talk to him first. And then
What's your job?
we just don't understand a single word he says.
Okay, now he just sounds like my sister when she's reading.
I can't hear what you're saying.
But that
time
capitalization
talking
still
to you.
happens, of course. It actually kind of makes me think
You're
of
wasting your breath.
the
Why are you
Excuse me.
still talking to him?
well, because it makes me think of the language of like the elder gods
The
from
display is
Lovecraftian
full of
mythos.
numbers.
I don't know. I mean, it makes me think of the Swedish Chef from the
I
Muppets.
suppose it's a
Well, no,
protected
it's
screen.
just like the subtitles for his
It's
words.
firmly
I
anchored.
guess. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
And of course,
It's
it's an adventure game, so we have to go around clicking on everything
Confirmed.
just to see if
Can't imagine
any
how
of
it
it
works.
is part of a puzzle that we're going to have to interact with. But fortunately, nothing looks interactable at the moment.
I'm still totally impressed that you just did this semi-blind.
uh,
I would have taken so much longer than how fast you're going.
yeah, at the moment, I believe we got the jammer on our ID card, and we're gonna go have some fun with the security measures. But for some
Is this
reason,
going to roast us into a spooky, scary skeleton again?
No, I don't think so. But I didn't bother to use the link terminal that was by the elevator for reasons.
Okay.
No particular reason, but just for
You
reasons.
just were suddenly very shy.
Yeah.
This is a very terrible briefing.
Yeah, so we have these two documents that are part of Reich's ID card, but they're all garbled and encrypted, so we can't do anything with them yet. They will become relevant later. But we can...
Why does he have all this info on Gilbert Lamb?
Because we are going to completely ruin Lamb's life.
I can see that, but why did you do that to why did Reich have
Now-
that on his card?
Yes, the question that was raised in my mind was, one, why does Reich have access to Lamb's particular information? And two, if Reich has access to Lamb's information, why does Reich only have access to Lamb's information? It didn't make a lot of sense to me, but, so we ruin Lamb's life, and then I attempt to find Lamb.
And kind of fail.
Yeah, because I wanna talk to him about his newly ruined life, but it has not triggered into effect yet because you have to talk to Lamb after he comes back up to the top walkway here. Because what we did was
Right.
we turned him into a D-Link, which means that his ID card will now no longer let him down into Bellevue once he gets back up to the top floor.
And now he can no longer wear radioactive suits.
Well, he's wearing the fur, the beaver fur.
As a Canadian, I can affirm that beavers are in fact radioactive proof.
Yeah, but he's just chilling out in his home right now, so we're kind of lost for what we're supposed to be doing at the moment. So I'm like, Lamb,
Just stare
get
at
out
his
of there.
cats. Just stare at
Yeah.
his cats.
Yeah, I'm trying to glare him out of his home.
Well, it worked.
Yeah, but unfortunately,
Hey,
I try to
Lamb.
talk to him now when it is not really the right time to trigger
Thanks for the tour.
the actual progression
You're welcome.
dialogue.
I hope you've learned something about pipes.
But he does.
Oh yes, it was most instructive. From now on, whenever I smell red sewage, I'll think of you, Gilbert.
Yeah,
Let me give you a tip, lad.
no need to be
If
sarcastic.
you want to get anywhere in this city,
But he does give us this bit of
you have
information
to bend the rules.
In what way?
where he tells us
If
to
you
go
don't
to
want get entangled in
get
red
an
tape,
insurance
you'll
policy.
need insurance. A special policy.
Now, who do we know who
See
gives
my
insurance?
friend Anchor.
A guy named
He'll
Anchor.
help you out.
Of course, this,
Hey, Lamb.
I didn't really want to click on Lamb, but he might have had more dialogue for us, but he didn't.
I thought you were about to say he was just too fat. And that's why I
No,
had to click on it.
no, I had to confirm that he didn't have any more dialogue. But so
Well,
he
this is
gives,
the last time we'll ever see him in Bellevue.
yes, there he goes, and he's about to get stuck and not know why. So So we got a nice bit of information regarding Anchor Insurance, and that turns out to be not actually helpful in any way.
I want one of your special policies.
Because
Who sent you?
Gilbert Lamb is not actually very helpful at all.
Lamb? He's a slime ball.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
There, the man.
So
I
that
thought he
didn't
was your friend.
that didn't work out very well.
Definitely not.
So
I can't help you, I'm afraid.
we do have the
Know
information
where I can
though
get a Shreveman
that
report?
we can get
Do you have medical
a
cover?
quote unquote
No, I
special
don't.
policy.
Don't even consider.
So
an
we're going
operation.
to
You wouldn't believe
eventually
blunders
find a way.
made by
to get one of those.
surgeons.
I'm not interested.
You
in
should be,
medical
bro.
cover.
What about your dependents?
But he doesn't have any
My
dependents.
only dependent is my robot, and he wants to be terminated when I die.
Right. Without my friend Rob, my existence would
I don't
be
believe it,
futile.
Joey.
What is
Yeah.
your relationship with that robot?
It doesn't help that he's
Just
making
good friends.
very snippy
Joey
Star
is
Trek
like a brother
references.
to me.
I can do you a sibling right.
That's a thing that
Pseudo.
exists.
Pseudo
I
Star
don't
Trek
think so.
references. Existence instead of
Never
resistance.
mind.
It's close enough, right?
I want a sibling rivalry policy.
So
I'm sorry, were you saying something?
we have to get a hole in the head, basically, at the moment.
Would this explain why you titled this video Rob Stumbles into a Hole in the Head?
Yeah. And at this
Oh,
point
you
I'm
cheat.
well, at this point I'm very tired of walking between all of the screens. So I don't make it super fast, but you know,
So now
a
we're
little bit
Richard
faster.
Simmons power walking. Excellent.
Yes. And we're gonna talk to this
Where
weird
can I
guy
get a
again,
Shreveman port. What's that?
who
An interface
has
which allows you
no
to
useful
talk to
information, so
computers.
I'm not sure why I talked to
Like
him.
a mouse, you mean?
No.
But he made a nice
Surgically
computer joke,
implanted
so it's all
slot.
good, right?
Say, I've heard of those things. They
I was
give
about to
them
say.
perverts, don't they?
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Pervert?
Certainly not.
You sure look like one.
That trench coat, I mean,
Let's not even consider it. Ah, my eyes.
yeah. So we're back in Burke's biosurgery, and we have to find a way to get inside.
Your name, please?
Now, of course, this
Robert
time
Foster.
There's
we
no
have
chance, 'cause
something
he's
that we
not
did not
here.
have the first time
Why not?
that we came to
I'm
Burke's
having
biosurgery.
instructions not to
A Joey?
disturb him,
Yes, a Joey.
unless you wish to pay cash, of
So we
course.
are going to talk to Joey after
Can anyone
after
else
trying to
supply
see
the
if
port?
we can get a
Oh, no.
hole in the head
The
anywhere
service
else.
is unique to Dr. Burke.
Apparently, we can't. So we're going to talk to Joey.
I'm just
Please take
try talking to that
And we're gonna get him to
Joey.
convince the lady in the projector to let us inside.
I need to see the doctor, and she won't let me in.
What shall I say to her?
Now the third option is the one that you actually have to pick, which means that I
Use your
don't pick it
imagination.
until the
The
very
third
end.
time.
Yes.
Gives me the creeps.
That would have been the
It's
first one I picked,
only
by the
a
way.
hologram.
the
Surely you
third
can
one.
outwit it.
Yeah. First one's too not obvious enough. Second one's too obvious. Third one's just right.
Yeah.
Stop writing
Well,
my
I mean,
Joey.
well,
Hi.
the reason I
Joey.
didn't go with it was because I I figured Joey probably doesn't have a lot of
Chatting up the hologram
charm.
again.
Did you see what happened?
But
She ignored
yeah,
me.
she just
You
completely
were probably
snubs
being
him
too familiar
with
it.
the
Try
first
to be more
one.
businesslike.
What do you want me to say?
Ah, dang it, man.
Try to persuade her to
So
open
of
the
course
door.
we have to go for the second option.
Forget about the operation.
No,
Can't.
Joey, we
I need
can't.
that port.
We
Stop
don't
acting
know.
like me, Joey.
We don't know why we need that
Human
Shreveman
friend
port,
needs to see
but
the
we need it
doctor.
because Anita
That's
told
not
us about it.
possible at present.
That's a shame. I was looking forward to being
That's not how persuasion works.
Forget it. I've heard about you welders.
Now it doesn't help that this
Try
this
chatting
projector
This is the
lady
last time, Foster.
this projector lady is not entirely
Use your
single,
natural
so to
charm
speak.
on her.
I've got an
Um,
idea.
That comes into play later.
Uh-oh, subtle approach? Does he mean like my friend Eddie's? Yeah, my friend Eddie's definition of
Open that
subtle.
door.
Yeah.
I take
Open
my
that door.
orders from Dr. Burke.
And then we
I
name
take
drop.
mine from Oberman.
Now, this,
Why did
What?
you say so before?
yeah, this
Good
doesn't
grief.
really make a lot of. I mean, I don't wanna spoil
Never
anything, but even having finished the game, that particular reaction doesn't entirely make sense to me. But new
Well-
music track.
I think it. Okay, like I think it does make sense, if only because, computers actually know Link better than everyone else.
Well,
Knowledge.
yeah. All right.
It's a guy with
Like,
his skin
forget I said
cut
anything.
off.
Look at the chart of the guy with the skin cut off.
Yeah. So, we're in a new room, and this is an adventure game, which means that we're going to interact with all of the objects in the room before we talk to the person
What
in the
a
room.
chair. It's a masterpiece in upholstery.
And actually, I don't do it in this video, but you can talk to the person who is laying on the table with their chest cut wide open.
It's operated via
Oh,
the
gosh.
computer.
I don't think I remember. I don't think I ever did that.
Yeah, I think I caught it in
A
one of
diagnostic
the
computer.
later videos, but I didn't know you could talk to him
Surely that's
because
supposed to be for
I
his
mouse over
patients.
him but I don't
If I
mouse
slip
over
that, I might end
any
up like the
area
doctor.
that's actually interactable. So I'm like, oh,
Excuse me.
I'll just talk to Dr. Burke there, who just keeps unceremoniously shoving his hand into
Sorry,
the chest
didn't
cavity.
realize you were busy.
And Rob
And he's
apparently
I like to keep my hand in.
Rob didn't realize that he was busy while he was shoving his hand inside of a guy, you know.
Do you have sufficient credit?
All I've got are the clothes I'm wearing.
In that case, you require
Now this is
the pay scheme. Yes,
Uh-oh.
that sounds perfect. Kidney, lung, or
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Which organ do you wish to
I
sell?
was like,
I'm not selling anything.
yeah, I don't
No
want
parts, no pork.
to, I don't want to
Send
give
the
up
next customer.
any of my body parts,
Excuse
because
me.
I know adventure games, and well, it doesn't sound like a good idea to.
I like
But
how,
you-
how our options don't include the one that's most survivable.
Well, that will
Maybe
come
I
into
wouldn't
play
miss a
after
kidney.
the kidney and
I
the
have to run
lungs,
some tests.
because of course.
Stand behind the
Oh, am I detecting satire about to occur?
We offer
Turn up
our
please.
kidneys and lungs,
I can't use either of them.
but
Why not?
They're too good to sell at second hand.
it turns out
Turns out
Rob's Superman.
You make money by trading people's organs?
Like look at that upper body on Rob right
Open
there.
a restaurant?
Yeah, he's V-shaped.
He's a beefcake.
Excuse me.
So we can't sell our kidneys.
I suppose I could spare a lung.
So we're gonna we're gonna go around with one lung, because that's
Yes.
totally survivable, right? People go around with a single lung all the time. Yeah.
Well, it's certainly better than having to give up the other thing.
Well,
Someone been experimenting on you?
unfortunately,
Why do you ask that?
our lungs are too
I've
good
never seen a
too,
body quite like
because
yours before.
Rob is actually
I'm
just
afraid I
Superman.
can't use them.
Is there something wrong? Tell me, Doc. I can take it.
And he thinks that
You're
he's
simply
completely messed
too
up.
Healthy.
But apparently living in the,
Most bodies would reject your
growing up in
organs.
the horrific wastes where all the mutants
Excuse me.
live has turned him into some kind of superhuman freak.
I guess I've no choice.
Or else
Doc.
it's just...
I'll have to sell you.
It's not as bad
I think they're
as
just
you
trying to
think.
satirize filthy
When I
cities.
said
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
take your testes,
Why is
But-
this conversation occurring?
But thankfully, we don't have to give them up until after Rob dies.
is your consent.
So,
Well, now you have double incentive to make him not have to die.
yeah. Although,
Do you use local anesthetic?
Oh no, it doesn't hurt any more than having your ears pierced.
you're just getting a
In that
hole
case,
drilled
I
into
need
your head.
general anesthetic.
And of course, Rob is very
Now have a
resistant to pain there.
treatment. You may experience
With his
headaches,
joke about getting ear piercings.
But don't worry, it's quite normal.
So now we have a hole in the head.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think Rob wants to do what the doctor was doing there.
It would make him feel a lot better. So Rob has a hole in the head, but he doesn't know what to do with it. He just got a hole drilled into his head because some lady told him that he could use one.
You actually do need it.
Oh yeah, you totally do need it, but Rob doesn't know why he needs it.
Oh, but
You're married to a hologram?
She wasn't a
And so,
hologram
yes,
when
so
we
this is
married.
the background on
She
the
died last year.
hologram there.
But I decided to keep her.
Doesn't the fact that she's dead distress you?
No. She's a lot less trouble than when she was
Satire?
alive.
Dr. Burke turned his dead
Could you
wife
get me to
into a
ground level,
hologram.
Doc? I have
So that's
no
why she's
application
just
to
a head.
consider. If you're determined, you might ask my friend Willy.
And now this is where we get
Just tell him I sent you.
the
He
actual
has a rather
help
special policy.
for the insurance.
I've had a
Of
bad
course,
knock on
the only
head.
actual
Any
hint
after effect?
that it's about the insurance
Yeah.
is that he calls it a
Pain.
special policy, which is the same thing that
Impairment of
Lamb
vision?
says.
I keep seeing
Because
flying
Wait, what's
he-
going on?
Any dizziness?
Oh yeah, this
Yeah, I can hardly stand.
You
was
know-
a
I get exactly the same myself. I wish I knew
Satire?
what caused
bad
Thanks
doctors.
again for the port, Doc.
Yeah, there was.
It's a pleasure
It
to
seemed
do
very
business
non
with you.
sequitur-ish when I ran across it. But then, of course, Burke was like, "Oh, I wish I knew what caused it." So, yeah, satire.
Satire.
That's how it works, right?
Good enough. Let's go talk to Lamb or Willie.
Yes. So,
I want to say Willie in pain. Is it Lamb?
The-
like distress pain.
the only hint that we got that we have to talk to Anchor again and mention Burke this time is that it's called a special policy. But because we already talked to Lamb, we get the impression that we have to go back to Anchor, and now we can bring up someone who's actually going to let us finish this kind of track here.
Bellevue's quite a trap, isn't it?
I want
Yeah,
one of your
it's
special glasses.
it's an interesting one to get through because you have to go
The ghoul, huh?
back to the top floor fairly often as well.
How can I help you?
Can you get me out of the city?
And of course, Rob
It's
just
dangerous.
immediately goes into, I need to leave
Sure,
the
you
city.
got the balls.
That's a delicate subject.
And of
Wait
course,
here.
they make another
I have to
joke
make a call.
about his testes.
Well, he doesn't know if he has what.
Now, the
because
problem-
he sold them.
The problem here,
Get that anchor while he's wet.
yeah, is that I was waiting
And
for
hold
Joey
it
to
before
catch
the jet
up.
Gets back.
Because we're here to weld the anchor off of the statue here, which we cannot do while Anchor is in the room.
There's something weird about that. Weld Anchor because Anchor's not there.
Yeah.
The rest of that statue is no use to me.
He's gonna be sad when he notices.
He doesn't notice.
Oh, not when we're around.
Any luck with your contact?
Fortunately, we
Security
can
put a hold on calls.
we can make him leave the room again if we
Seems there's
don't
a
get the
saboteur
anchor
loose.
in time, because it's an adventure game.
Never mind.
But we got what we needed to from here, so we can just leave.
How long is it gonna take you to realize that's a grappling hook?
You spoiled it. You
To be
spoiled
fair, I
it
thought-
already.
That was the very first thing that came to mind when you had Anchor. Like, I don't even remember that. I just remember I saw Anchor. I was like, hold on, this is going to be used to grapple, isn't it?
Yeah, I did not make that connection at all. But that's going
Nice,
to
nice mouse dancing.
yeah, that's the grappling hook is going to come into play very, very soon.
Come on, Joey.
Don't worry. That was an entire story in itself right there.
Hopefully not an entire video in itself.
Oh no. It would have been. But I'm not going to subject people to that, so. But now, I think we go back to Anita because we have the Shriebman port, but I don't know what to do with the Shriebman port yet. So I'm like, well, maybe Anita can tell me what to do with the Shriebman port. Spoiler alert, she can't.
How about just walk into the reactor instead?
We can, actually.
Well, there you go.
It's not very exciting at this point.
I've got the Shriebman port.
Brilliant. How did you manage that?
I had a trade with the doctor.
A very
Did it
long
ring you off?
and yeah,
No comment.
very long and arduous
Do you
process.
understand the guy in the suit?
Not
But she
a
doesn't
lot.
actually tell us what to do with the treatment port, so we're still kind of lost.
See you. Excuse me.
You're still trying to talk to the Swedish chef?
The man in the red suit, yeah. He actually does not have anything else to say.
And I see that you're saving, so I suppose that, well, that's the end.
Yeah. In the same exact room.
Where we began, no less.
Right, is it?